Good morning. Welcome to your Sunday morning, early morning intuitive guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, America's practical rebel, inviting my fellow rebels to join me this morning as we talk about accepting your place in the universe. And I just want to say that yesterday's workshops were phenomenal. I had an awesome time with the people who showed up and were so willing to share their wounded places and release what no longer served them and step into their new empowered beautiful selves. It was just, and the venue was spot on. I mean, I think at least 3 of us walked out of there with either new plants or new pottery or whatever, because it was just such a lovely venue. It's Van Zeeland Nursery and Landscape, which has a free community room that people can use. And I had heard about it through my friend Sarah, who has used it in the past, and it was just phenomenal. They have a little coffee house there, so you can buy yourself a coffee. Good morning, Cindy. Good morning, good morning. Glad you are here. So again, the workshops were just wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And I sent out a follow-up to the people who attended, asking them what they'd like to see in the future. So I'm going to ask all of you also, and I'll try to remember, good morning, Peggy, to post a thread for this, but I can offer some online workshops also. They could be a 1 hour, they could be a half a day, they could be an all day, whatever. What are some things you want to move forward on? What are some things that you think you've noticed I talk about or whatever that you'd like, man, I wish you'd offer a workshop on that. And we'll get some things going here. And the cool thing about doing them either at that venue or doing them online is it holds down overhead. So I can offer them to you for a relatively reasonable price, which is always a good thing. So I want to know what you want to learn more about. I want to know what you want to expand into. What are the areas that I talk about that you're going, man, I wish you'd say more about that. Giving you the opportunity right now. What do you want to know more about? And we'll come up with some workshops to accommodate that. And again, I'm really close to having my audio program, Lightening Your Load, the clutter clearing class, ready to roll. And that'll show up on my website. And I'll probably put a link to it on here too once it's ready, because that'll be something I can offer also. So anyway, the workshops yesterday were wonderful. The lunch place we went to was wonderful. It was a Latin fusion place, and we had an awesome time there. And we were even back 10 minutes early, which is fabulous. So all in all, a very good day. So let's see what we can do to make today a good day. So for this fine Sunday, we have a card from the Nature Portals deck. Welcome to whomever else popped on here. And it's from Bruce and Carol Malner, Inspiration Through the Peace and Beauty of Nature. And our card today literally jumped out of the deck at me. So here it is. And I want you to note not just the moon, but these other 2 little planets up here, because it kind of fits with the words on the card. Everything has its place in the universe. Everything has its place in the universe, including you. Including you. Okay? So let's just do some nice deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Feeling the gratitude for being able to fill your lungs. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Allowing your shoulders to drop. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Just settling into right here, right now. Excuse me. We are supposed to get rain here today, which would be a very good thing given how brown everything is. But the ozone is being held down, and the man, acrid out there, just ugh. So my nose is red, my throat is scratchy, but I know it's pollution. It's not any kind of an illness. So here's our card. Let's enjoy this. Accept your place in the universe. Look at the stars and repeat these words from Desiderata several times. So I'm going to hold them up so you can see, and I'm going to say it out loud, and then I want you to repeat out loud after me. And really tune in to what are you saying here and what does it mean to you. I am a child of the universe. no less than the trees or the stars. I have a right to be here. I am a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. I have a right to be here. I am a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. I have a right to be here. What did you notice for yourself with that? I'll do the rest of the card, but what did you notice for yourself with that? Do you have some feeling of illegitimacy, like you're on borrowed turf or whatever, that you don't belong here? Do you have some sense that you're small and insignificant and you don't matter? Or do you believe, do you feel that you are an integral thread in the divine fabric of all that is? There's a quote we're going to do at the end by Madeleine L'Engle that really captures that last idea. Thank you, Cindy, for posting it. Thank you, thank you. And if you have not ever read Desiderata, Google it. Google it. It is so filled with powerful, life-affirming ideas that to grab onto any piece of it, any sentence, any part of a sentence, any word, doing a Lectio Divina with Desiderata would be amazing. What leaps out at you? Make that your mantra for the week. Make it your mantra for the week. Put it on a 3x5 card. Stick it in front of you. Put it on a Post-it note. Stick it on your bathroom mirror. On your steering wheel. Whatever. There's so much verbiage out there that can be like bumpers on a bowling game. If you view your life as a bowling alley and you're rolling the ball down the alley, these kinds of things are bumpers. They can help keep you walking your path. Cindy has a poster of it. Fabulous, fabulous. Google it. There it is. You don't even have to Google it. She did the work for you. Read it. Read it, read it, read it. Print it off. Put it somewhere. Put it somewhere. The words in that poem, that prose, so powerful. So powerful. So let's keep going here. There's our picture again. I'm a child of the universe, no less than the trees or the stars. I have a right to be here. With each repetition, let the meaning of the words sink into your thoughts more deeply. Feel your place in the grand scheme of all things. If looking at the stars isn't possible, look at a tree or other natural object. Ground yourself in, I am an intricate, good grief, Bonnie, part of this puzzle. It's like putting together a 1,000-piece puzzle and there's a piece missing. Don't let that piece be you. Fit yourself into this puzzle where you are meant to be. And if you go, well, I don't know where I'm meant to be, that's the kind of stuff we do in the workshops. Show up, we'll take care of that. Where do you fit in this puzzle? How would you like to fit in this puzzle? If you are not, one of the huge things we were working on yesterday was that line from, let me think if I can pull his name. It starts with an E. It's not Edwin. That's the one I got stuck in my head. Erwin Raphael McManus, where he is talking about people having a near-life experience. They almost live. They're going through the motions, but they're not truly walking their path. Don't have a near-life experience. Engage. Be fully connected. Really walk your path. All right? So here's the quote from Madeleine L'Engle, who, if you have not read her books, do so. She was an amazing, expansive thinker. I remember being a little kid and the first time I read A Wrinkle in Time and that concept of here's linear time on a string between these two sets of fingers, and you bring them together and that line drops below and you go from here to there instantaneously instead of linearly. That blew my mind as a little kid. That blew my mind. I was like, wow. So here are her words. When I look at the galaxies on a clear night, when I look at the incredible brilliance of creation, and think that this is what God is like, then instead of feeling intimidated or diminished by it, I am enlarged. I rejoice that I am a part of it. So let me read that again. Really revel in it. Really soak it up. When I look at the galaxies on a clear night, when I look at the incredible brilliance of creation and think that this is what God is like, then instead of feeling intimidated or diminished by it, I am enlarged. I rejoice that I am a part of it. Where are you at on that? How does that feel to you? Do you feel like an integral part of this universe? When we do feel like an integral part of the universe, then we do a much better job of being that part, of tending to all the other parts, of not taking things, people, places, etc. for granted. I was just looking at my feed, and there's something about the Amazon dying and Brazil passing a new law that is going to put even more of the Amazon rainforest at risk. So there's all manner of things going on around us. And again, we don't want to stress ourselves over the things about which we can do nothing. But when we can do things, no matter how little they seem, we need to do them. We have a call to do them, all right? So yesterday, that was one of the other huge pieces we were working on, that 1 degree of difference, that over time lands us in an incredibly different space than where we would have landed had we not made that little change. Again, we overrate the leaps and bounds, and we undervalue that 1 degree of change. 1 degree of change over and over and over again, over time, leads to drastic change for us. Good morning, Bobby. Glad you are here. Welcome, welcome. Hope you feel rested up. So I want to say that again because people have a hard time wrapping their brain around it. If this is the asymptote, and if we do nothing, this is where we go, and we make 1 degree of change right now, over time, again, we end up in a very different place than we would have had we not made the change. And then we keep making 1 degrees of change, 1 degrees of change over the course of a lifetime. And we end up in a hugely different place. Thank you, Cindy, for posting Madeline L'Engle's quote. When I look at the galaxies on a clear night, when I look at the incredible brilliance of creation and think that this is what God is like, then instead of feeling intimidated and diminished by it, I am enlarged. I rejoice that I am a part of it. And Bobby, I know you will recognize this card as one of your brother and sister-in-laws. That beautiful card with those planets and the moon in there. This is what we are a part of. We are star stuff. We are star stuff. Don't denigrate that. Don't make that less than the magnificence that it is. All right? So, your mission today, should you choose to accept it, is as you go through your day, everything that's in your natural world, I want you to look at it, I want you to pay attention to it, and I want you to say, I am a part of this. So I have a plant sitting on my desk. I am a part of this. I walk outside to get the newspaper off the porch for my dad, looking at the plants in the garden. I am a part of these. I walk on a dirt path. I am a part of this. I sit in the grass on Mother Earth. I am a part of this. I look at the rain when it comes down. I am a part of this. Make yourself aware that you are a part of all of this. All of this. Have an awesome Sunday. We'll see you again tomorrow. Please remember to look for my prompt where I'm going to be asking you, what would you like to learn about? What would you like to experience? What would you like me to offer a workshop on? Again, it could be an hour, it could be online, it can be in person, it can be half a day, it could be a whole day. What do you want to learn more about? What do you want to know? What do you want to shift in yourself? Where do you want to grow? How do you want to up-level? And I was talking about, I'm going to bastardize it here, but I was talking about the Albert Einstein concept of we do not heal ourselves with the same thought process that messed us up in the first place. We don't get out of a pickle by engaging in the same behaviors that created it. We must up-level. We must grow to move ourselves out of where we have created our stuckness. And stuck was a word that 3 or 4 people used yesterday to describe where they felt like they were at. And the interesting thing that we came to at the end of yesterday's workshops was it didn't take this huge, arduous, painful process to get unstuck. Actually, it was merely that 1 degree of difference, 1 little step, and there they were. So think about that. Let me know, what would you like to learn about? What would you like to grow on? What would you like to blow out of the water? However you want to put it. Have an awesome Sunday. See you again tomorrow. Remember, you are capable of far more than you think you are. Let's make it happen. Bye-bye.